Hello friends and hello student. My name is Ashok Sijala. In this session, we learn the member function template type in C++. So first I share my laptop screen and fix the position here so you can watch better my video lecture. And here Turbo C++, and double click and take some time. And now yes is open. Alt F file menu and taking new file. And here our goal, write a program to use of member function as template type. So function template, class template, so that we have to also use as a class template, but member function we have to outside the class. So that is like in my previous video 2 lecture is a class template. So that time I am saying that that warning inline function by default in the class side, and you have to take outside without template type, so that taking the error. So how to solve that warning and error? So that is a, here we can solution of that error, means that warning, not error actually. So that how error is coming, because that inline default, so we can solve that error. So first I give the syntax. So here that we can take as a first, we can say that class name. Yes, so class name that must be, means we have to take, and in that above we have to take as template. Yes, template, and uh, type, that is a class type of T. Yes, and that is comma, and that is class, yes, class type of T. So there is no limitation, you can provide to your depend upon your requirement. So T1 and T2 and uh, Tn number of times. And then we can take as uh, class name, and then you can define the scope reduction operator. So that is a, you can directly come to definition. So here first, that is a return data type of that member, that return data type of that member. So then after class name scope reduction, and then we can take as a our member function name. So I directly take the definition. So here we can take as a parenthesis, or if required, so you can use as a type of T1 2, yes, depend upon your requirement. So that is, and then body of the member function. So body body of member function, and you can require of type of T, you can also use. So here we can give in comments. So require use of type of T1, or that is depend upon your requirement. So that is a definition. So that we have to define that return data type. You have to know, we can outside without a template type programming can take as return data type, class name, scope reduction operator, and then member name, member function name. So here that is same syntax, but that is line is a must be, we have to outside. So previously 2 video lecture, that time I taking that is warning, you can take as a outside of member function and taking the error. But that is now we have to solve, that is a problem is created, and warning and error both we have to remove. So now I can give the multi-comment line, that is syntax for your reference. And now I can give multi-comment line to end, and we can start first our include files, and that is io stream.h, and then we can define the conio console input output, and then we can take a constant integer and n, that is our array size. So we can print different data type of array using the member function, also as a template type, and class is also means template type. So that is member is also template type, both we have to consider. And that we can take as integer I, that we have to take our iteration of for loop. So now we can first template keyword. So you have to know very well. If you not watch, then watch that class template type in C++. So that is, I declare that syntax, and so here I cannot revise the syntax. So here we can take one and class now test or any name, that array you have to take also. And then so first I can define inside the class. So what is a first problem is created, and then what that warning or error we have to solve step by step. So now I can define the class type of t, and that is we have to take as x, and there is a that size we have to take also integer inside the class, but here I take as I constant n equal to 3, and integer I, that is also you can take as member, but here I can take in global variable. So now we can first define the default constructor. So what to do? So first I take all member as a inside, and then taking outside, how our definition. So now first here we can take as x to memory allocation, that is dynamic memory allocation, and that is type of t, yes, capital, and bracket we have to provide n. Yes, and then we can take as for loop. So I equal to 0, then I less than n, and I plus plus. So we have to define x of I equal to 0. So all that garbage value is gone. And now one parameterized constructor. So that is a type of t, and taking the p, that is a one parameter. So first we can take as default constructor, and now one parameterized. So that same I equal to 0, then I less than n, and I plus plus. So we can initialize our member to passing the main, we have to supply the value. So p of I, x of I equal to p of I. And then we have to take here, just we have to uh, display or show, we can give any name, show or put data, that type of member name, and that we have to print this our 1D array. So that is a first I give one message. So you can take say 1D array elements. So elements are, yes, that type of message, yes, are, and that we have to take and l, and now taking one for loop. So I equal to 0, I less than n, and I plus plus. So with index I have to print. So x subscript, then we have to print index I, and then double quote cover, and then print x of I, and also provide and also every element in the new line. So that is our class. Yes, now we have to define the void main. Main is a last in C++ language, that is a top bottom to top, and C is a top to bottom. So that is a design paradigm is different, C and C++. That is object oriented, and C is a procedure oriented programming. You have to know very well, I think. So now here that we can first take one that pass to integer array. So I declare a, and that is a fixed size 3. You can give the more size, there is no problem. And taking 1, yes, 2 and 3, only 3 static value initialize you can take from key, means user keyboard supply to value for a of array, 1D array, and then clear the screen. Yes, so first we can call, that is a that in that first object t1, yes, and that we have to call, but here we can specify the data type. So angular bracket, so that is an integer, that t1, so that all class type of t that converting integer data type, and then t1 if assigned to a, that is a one parameterized constructor call, and x of I equal to p of I. So all a, that three element assigned to our x, that is an instant variable of our class member. So that is an instant dynamic runtime. When we can create object, that time memory is allocated. So that asterisk x pointer, that is a instant variable, and that is type of t. So t is converting all that in our member as a integer data type. So here we can fix the integer data type and give the value of integer that object. And now we can print. So how? So here we can call that is a t1.show. Yes, that is a member. So we can directly that public member call with object, and then get ch. Yes, so first we can only one, and I save that file. So here we can say that template type of member. So class template c temp and member mem. So maximum 8 characters. So c temp underscore member dot cpp file is there by default. And then compile. Yes, there is 3 warning. Yes, so in this session, in previously my 2 session video lecture in class template, but that time I not solve the warning, and that time I can saying that outside member function you can declare if the class template that is taking error, but we can that time I cannot asking the syntax of we can member function also as a template type. So now that solve all error. So that is a warning, no any error. So here that is a default construct taking for loop. So inline, that is violate the inline rules, means not any for loop in the inline function. So class member inside the definition that is by default as a inline one. So second, that is a we can use here that giving the for loop error, and here that is so all 3 member taking the for loop. So that is a by default is inline, and that is a warning, not any error, but you can also solve that warning. So first, yes, here display that is perfectly. And now what to do? So now I copy this all part, and we can convert this template to float data type. So here I tag as a float and remove this clear string. Yes, and here that is I take as b, that is 1D array name, and 1.5, 2.5, and 3.5, that is float data type. And here object t2 and taking the float data type and assign to t2. Yes, object name t2, and that is b, that is float, and then t2 dot show. So that is a here just we have to change all our that our goal. So that is a float all template type of class T, that is in anywhere over that is template type of T, converting the float data type. So here that is a pointer in asterisk x, that float data type. Here that is a dynamic, that type of T is initialized as a float data type, and then one parameter here that is a float T convert in that data type. And now here in show there is no we have to use any type, directly print just. So I can save and compile. Yes, warning is double because 2 times that 3 times t1 calling, each 3 member is assigned type of t. So that is a taking warning 3 for loop in default constructor, 1 parameterize and show member. So inside, so that is a taking error, and 3 t2 object that call the same member. So taking the error warning, not error. So now let us check. I compile and run. So you can look. So here that the same class we have to use. So we can in the message that time we can supply that is a float array and that is a integer array. You have to also use here some use the message. So here we can say that float array. Yes, and that we have to take as ender. And here that display time we can give the message. So that is a yes, here is integer, first is integer, and then that is a float. So we can recognize that is perfectly our work. So let us check. I compile. Yes, there is warning, no any error, and run. So look. So that is integer array and float array. Yes. So that is a yes integer array and float array. So you can also combine, and or if you not provide here message in main also you can provide the message. So now what to do? So now that I take one member in outside the based on this syntax. Yes, here look, yes, that is a member. Here our session main focus is a member function as a template type or class template type. So yes, here you can also use word as a class template type. Yes, type what is suitable or perfect. So let us take one member. So that is a first I copy all. First we can take one member. So I default constructor take as outside of the class. So what to do? So here our normal syntax you have to know very well. That is a class name and that constructor is a default. So that is also class name same. And that is a we can not giving any template type of that, so that is a taking error. So I can save. Yes, and also remove that here all that body part, so I can remove and just declaration semicolon. So that is a perfectly, but now that is a error. Yes, now first I taking the error, so we can understand how that error is come. So invalid the use of template. Yes, here there is no use of template. So in my previously video lecture, I said taking the if you take any member and that is class template. So how to we can solve that error here? Yes, that taking error, not warning. So declaration, termination incorrectly, that type of all that giving the error. So why that we can declare as perfectly our syntax, but that is a class type template. So we can take as member as a class type. So means template class type. So template class type we have to take. So here we can also provide the syntax part. Yes, that is a syntax part. So look now our syntax. So first that member with taking the template and class type of T and then return data type. And here we can also, yes, that is a provide the type of T. Yes, in angular bracket. Yes, that is remaining. So that one by one I can take. So how to do? So here we can take as now that is a class and angular bracket type of T. So that is a like now I think gone the error. So let us I first save, yes, and compile. So yes, that error is gone. So that is a based on that syntax and warning is removed. So previously 6 warning, now there are 4 warning. So step by step, I taking all that member in outside class. So now I copy that 2 function remaining. So this class we can all member taking outside based on this syntax. So here I passed definition of member function and we can declare each and every as a template type. So I can copy this line and pass to here also. So that is a perfectly. So now and that is same. Yes, I now and that is class scope resolution and that is a type of T. Yes, here you can also that is syntax part. So that is now perfectly and that I think let us check all our perfect alignment and that again I passed for third member. So show is not use any class template type, but we can define that is template keyword and class keyword and type T. That is must be. You have to use or not use. That is a syntax. So if you not specify or taking error. So yes, I save and remove definition. Yes, here we can remove. So both we have to not taking. I remove this definition and semicolon. Yes, here show I can also remove that definition and just so it is very small our class just member function is declare only, so that is a very important and outside all, so we can take as a outside all member in the class. So let us check now. I think there is no any, just what one that is type of T not use. Yes, template function not argument. Yes, here we cannot take any argument. So let us take a comment line. So that is a work. Yes, here we can define the class membership. That is a remaining. So yes, that is a and that type of T. Yes, that is a you have to use or not. So that is not friend function. So friend function is there. There is you cannot specify the class membership. So yes, look, there is no any warning and no any error. So yes, that perfectly. So I think you have to now understand what is the importance that the template class type of T. Yes, that is you can also use multiple class type. Here I use a single. But if you require, then take as a multiple class type T1, T2, and number, there is no limitation. Then return data type, class name, yes, and then angular bracket T, template type of T, and function name, and then you can use in argument, so you can pass and not use. So that is a, you can say that here also specify the member function name. Yes, that type of long syntax you have to give. There is a, so understand perfectly, and body part of member function, yes, and require use of T if you pass the argument. So here look both syntax without and with we have to cover in this session. So our default for default constructor, that is use of type of T, yes, here look, and that is a also one parameter. Yes, here we can type of T as a pointer P, and whenever it requires, so here we can pass that x of I equal to P of I, and show there is no use any type of T. So that is a default, means that is a void. Yes, there is no any argument and no any return data type. So here just we have to print. So all warning and all error I can solve in this session. So very important for your knowledge. So now I compile, there is no warning, no error, and then just, yes, simple that float array and integer array. You have to check. So yes, that perfectly. And now here I just give colon, yes, and here colon, and here we can take not and else. Yes, so that perfectly. So let us check. I compile and run. So look, integer array, one dimensional array element are, and float array, you can just integer data type, that type of message. So I think that perfectly this session very important for your knowledge. So previously 2 video lecture in class template, and that type we cannot use as a member function as a template side inside all. So that taking the warning. So I can search how can remove the warning. So that is a, we can take outside the member as a template class type of template type. So everywhere you can specify this line. Yes, that must be, otherwise taking, that is a part of the syntax. You can use of class template type of T or not. Here, like that is example, show that not use any type of template T, but we can, that is a member of class template. So we can define that syntax. Yes, that is a must be. So now I think complete my session. My goal is how to use of member function as a template type in C++. I think I can take perfectly and cover this point. So just write this program to your C++ notebooks if you prepare. Very interesting and very simple. Just we have to print the 1D array, integer and float 1D array. So now I can close Alt F3 function this file and message and quit. So any doubt for this definition or any question regarding the member function as a template type? So write in the comment section. I give the definitely answer to you. And subscribe my channel Ashok Sijalakuni. Press the bell icon to never miss any update. Thanks for your watching, supporting, and sharing my video lecture. Thanks and Hare Krishna.